Oh, we are fancy, aren't we? Look at us on live. Welcome to the very first live. The reason why we're doing this, I don't know. We have another channel, right? We have our tours channel, and this over the course of I don't know 8 days, we went live on that channel like 16 times. So I was like, what the heck? Might as well go live on the main channel. Why not give people an opportunity to see live and interact with us? So show up or not, definitely would like to do this a little more often for you all. So pile in if you could. We want to give you guys an opportunity to get to know me, ask questions, and because on this channel, I guess we go around, we show you things, we go to restaurants and all that good stuff, but I want to be able to interact with you all a little more. So we're just going to go through some news stuff. If you guys pile in, I'll answer some questions, get to know you all, and yeah, we'll roll right through it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Who do we have in here right now? Let me know. Drop a comment if you could. So we're going to go through some news stuff. And at any point in time, give you all the opportunity to ask any questions. This is the first live here. Mentioned earlier that over the course of, I don't know, it was 8 days on our tours channel, we went live 16 times. And I'm like, why don't I go live more on or at all on my main channel? So here we are. But let's do it. I mean, another thing too, let's go ahead and rant while we can, right? So another thing too, it's like I post on this channel maybe twice a month. I don't post a lot on this channel. And it's like by the time I get to record something, the news is not as relevant as it was, especially by the time it makes it back around to editing and getting it out. So we have 2 videos in the chamber right now waiting for you guys. We're a little backed up on editing, but we'll get that taken care of. So Jordan, if you're watching, let's get it going. All right, let's get right to it. Guys. So a new reinspection law passed in the wake of if you all remember 2021, the condo that collapsed in Miami, which was a tragedy. But now there's pretty much some new laws in place that are going to affect and already have been affecting condo owners. So Florida changed its condo laws. So now older buildings have to be checked a lot sooner. There's like this 40-year inspection period now. So there's a lot of these. So this article goes on to talk about this owner who in 2021 purchased a condo, which sounds unreal, for $285,000 in Miami. A year later, she got hit with special assessment fees for $145,000. So, what we're seeing is a lot of these condos are not going to be compliant. It's going to be really hard to be compliant. These are new rules that are coming into place. So a few things, those fees are going to have to go back to the owners. You guys are going to be paying them. And if you can't, then I guess, if there's not enough people that are able to pay these fees, let's just go like long run. My thing is like, what about the investors? Are you going to be able to sell an entire condo to an investor that, is not compliant with what's going on with the inspections and such? 2 is going to be, here's the thing. You're either going to have condos that need to be torn down or not compliant and need to catch up, meaning they need to fill their fees up and start repairing some of those things. And if you're not compliant during that period of time, you're going to be getting hit with fees. And what about insurance? So many of these companies, these insurance companies, have already left Florida, let alone condos that are no longer compliant. I mean, that's just so, and then I would say people that condos that are compliant the values are just going to go up. So you're just going to see this thing, in my opinion, where certain condos are going to have values that go up, and then you're going to have condos where values vastly go down, because who's going to want to purchase something where their special assessment fees are that high? So that's, that is definitely outrageous there. But that's in Miami. We don't cover Miami. We do Tampa, Orlando. Let me know where you all are watching from. Do you live in Florida? Are you just watching because you're interested in knowing more about Florida? Are you considering making that move? So either way, so the next thing here, literally on Tampa Bay Times, that's what I was reading. The very next article caught my eye. So a tiny historic Tampa home is selling for $379,000. That's not really a shocker, but when I read into it, This is in Hyde Park, and if any of you know Hyde Park, it's like my dream place to live. It's an absolutely gorgeous place, but this place is 388 square foot. 1910 is when it was built, and you're probably like, who the heck is going to buy this thing? Let's take a look at it here. So I wanted to pull it up and kind of show you what's going on. So I'm in love with downtown Tampa. They just have it going on. They're doing all of the right things down there. But this is Hyde Park right here. If you're not familiar with Hyde Park, you have downtown here, and then you have the Riverwalk, and you're kind of separated by all of the action that's going on in the Riverwalk. But Hyde Park is this historic area, and I think what makes it special, we're going to show you the home. What makes it special is that's not it. So you have Hyde Park Village, which is kind of this high-end shopping and dining, but it's kind of small. But you're surrounded by these beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous historic homes. And I'm showing you this one. You're like, no, that's not beautiful nor historic. That's like, it needs to be torn down. And I'll show you some of the neighboring homes around this one. But then you have Bayshore Boulevard, and you have downtown across the street. You have the University of Tampa right there. So there's a lot going on that makes Hyde Park a special, special, special place right here. But take a look at this place, 388 square foot. Now, I'll tell you this. I've seen lots. I've seen homes that needed to be torn down in Hyde Park sell for over $1 million. So it was just the land itself. So this right here is, and this is Hyde Park Village down here. So it's showing you some of those photos and such. Yeah. So I don't know. I thought that was really cool. I mean, what do you think? Do you think that's overpriced? Do you think that's underpriced? I don't know. I personally think the land has to be worth a lot more than that. So you guys, you definitely have to let me know. What do we have? Anybody? So we cover what, Tampa, Orlando. We kind of specialize in both of those areas. Hopefully we can do this more for you. Maybe we'll do this like every other week, but let me know where you all are watching from. That's what I want to know. And then, so in what area are you interested in? Are you more of a Tampa person or an Orlando person, or Lakeland, Winter Haven? We're kind of in between there. So, all right, let's get right into the next thing. Let's do it. All right. Universal Orlando offers holiday ticket deal for Universal residents. I don't think it's not really special, right? But two things. For residents, and it's during the holidays when typically, you'd see somewhat of a slowdown. Not really. I was looking at some of the attendance, and there are patches during the holidays, especially Thanksgiving, where you can't get into Universal. So they're doing a buy one, get one just for residents only. But that leads us right into this particular article here. Ground breaks on Universal new affordable housing project in Orlando. This one here is pretty cool. Let's see. Universal new affordable housing project, Catchlight Crossings, has begun construction. This development will offer 1,000 homes, 75% of which will be affordable on land donated by Universal near International Drive. So that's prime land. The $350 million project will also include a Bezos Academy for children, a healthcare facility, and spaces for UCF. I also saw that the land lease is for 99 years. That's pretty cool. But either way, so like, what is affordable? So they said Catchlight Crossings is classified for incomes ranging from low, so 30% of the area median income, up to about 120% of the area median income. So what does that mean? What they're doing is they're mixing it. They're making sure it's not just affordable housing. It's going to be people with 30% of the median income up to 120% of the area median income. So it's going to be a mixed place, and they can do that there because it's an area that everybody wants to be in. So what they're doing is just mixing it up. I think it's cool. I was actually looking at some of the renderings here. So, you're going to have shopping, dining mixed in with these affordable housing. So I think it's good. It's good for the issue that we're running into with affordable housing. You just simply can't find any right now, right? Like, one, you can make a case for buying homes. Like, people will always have the excuse, regardless of the circumstances, I won't buy a home. Like, I get it. But then rent is also very, very high. So this is pretty cool. Something to kind of keep an eye on right here in a sought after location, like as far as proximity goes. So yeah, we'll see like when it starts to pop off and how you're able to get in and get part of the affordable housing, or maybe you're part of that 120% median income. Let me know. All right. So, Florida Department of Transportation considers Sunrail stops in Lakeland, Haines City, and other Polk County cities. Now, this immediately made me think back to a comment that I had, because we have not been on YouTube that long. So, about a year and a half now, maybe going on 2. And I remember, let's see, I got it pulled up right here. So, Herberto Oyamas, hope I said that right. One question is Polytech going to have a terminal for the Bright Line? If you don't know, Polytech is at one of the colleges in Lakeland, kind of Auburndale, Lakelandish area. And here I am kind of answering your question because we don't know yet. So these are all proposed, but if you take a look at where they're proposing this, Polytech is up on Interstate I-4, and this is south of that. So it looks like maybe not, but it's not finalized yet. And to be honest with you, it's like, how are they going to run that? Let's see if we can zoom that in. There we go. Okay, so I mean, in my opinion, this looks like if anybody's ever drove through Lake Alfred going to Interstate I-4, you have like that train track there, and it actually goes through Haines City as well. That could be what they're using. I don't know. It may be a train track that's not being used at the moment. So we will see. So to answer your question, I don't know. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. But this is exciting. So the Bright Line, you can go currently from South Florida to Orlando, and it's an affordable way to get, well, kind of affordable. It's not like it's inexpensive as you think it is, but it's an easy way, right? You don't have to think. You hop on the train. You can now live in Orlando if it's more affordable and work in South Florida. That's what some people down south are starting to say. But now it makes its way across to, or it's making its way across to Tampa. That's going to really interconnect those 3 major kind of areas. But really, really, it's going to interconnect that Tampa, Orlando area. Like, it's really turning into a metro, and this is playing a huge role for that. So, okay, on to the next. This one's pretty cool. I don't know where, if anybody's a Winter Haven person. I know I have a big following from Winter Haven in Lakeland. But new attractions announced 2024, including Sea Life Florida and Legoland. Oh no, and Lego Ferrari Build and Race. So let's see what it says. Legoland Florida Resort in Winter Haven announces new attractions and resort coming in 2024. The updates include returning of Ninjago. Don't roast me if I don't know what that is. Weekends, and the new Lego Ferrari Built and Race experience opening in spring, and the Seal Life Florida Resort set to open in the fall. The expansions are expected to provide new interactive and educational experiences for visitors. All right, so let me just show. This is cool. I mean, Legoland, it's not big, but you got Legoland. You have Peppa Pig Land, which we've done a video on Peppa Pig Land before, and it flopped. I got to show you that though. I wish my daughter was watching this. Maybe she is. But this is cool. So I'm interested in seeing, like, what is this going to be? Some sort of aquarium? That'd be really, really cool. And then, here's, I'm assuming, the Ferrari Lego experience. This is cool. So if any of you have not already been to Legoland, you need to check it out, because it's just another attraction here in Central Florida. So you have obviously the theme parks in Orlando, Busch Gardens in Tampa, and Legoland, Peppa Pig Land here in like the Winter Haven area. And for those of you who do not know, I remember when Legoland actually came. It was Cypress Gardens was the very first theme park in Florida, if you didn't know that. So then it turned into Legoland, and here you are, just continuing to expand. They're doing a lot of work across the street too. There's a lot of apartments going in. All right, and here we go. Lastly, I actually read this one. I thought this was cool. I was actually talking to a friend of mine at the gym, and her son is probably going to be going to this college here for golf. Florida Southern College lands on the Princeton Review's best college list. So just on the list, I'm like, for what? Like, how did they do that, right? So number 6th most beautiful campus, and this was perfect because that's exactly what I told her. She's like, my son's getting looks for Florida Southern. And I'm like, man, that campus is absolutely beautiful. So I don't know if anybody here has ever seen Florida Southern's campus, but it's a great college. They have like smaller sports. I think they do baseball, soccer, lacrosse, and golf. But the um, you're right off of the lake. I don't know, right? I've done a few videos on the lake. But yeah, so no, you're super close to downtown. You're in the historic area, but then you got everything that Frank Lloyd Wright kind of. I think that's his home college, and he's kind of done so much for the area in an architectural way that the campus is absolutely beautiful. Lake Hollingsworth, ding dong. Yeah, so hey, believe it or not, that's all I have for you all. Like I said, we went live 18 times, 16 times in the course of 8 days on the other channel. And get that other channel up, guys. Let's get that too. If any of you are interested in particular communities and such, take a look at that channel because we break down stuff for you live. We do tours, video tours, drone tours, all that stuff. And I'm like, man, why don't I just go live on my main channel? So we'll if you know me, we'll stay consistent. We'll stay consistent with this. And then if anybody wants to chime in, jump in, get to know me, us, we'll bring guests on and stuff like that. Great opportunity to do that. So that's that for that first live. I hope this one lives on and gives people news to read throughout the weekend, I'm assuming. So, all right, we'll catch you all later.